I mean, I know. I mean, that's not actually fake. Like, it's not that whole "Hey, I didn't see you there" type thing. It's just that, as I tried to explain in the last video, that I don't know at which point between hitting the button, you don't fucking care. I mean, here I am, and it's been like almost a year, and I make two YouTube videos at once. The second one is maybe perhaps a dangerous one in the fact that a lot of people get to blame things on, oh, I'm sorry, I was drunk. But the fact that I make these videos, well, the last three, I guess, for whatever. Actually, go back. Okay, never mind. But I make them when I'm pissed. Sort of doesn't give me the whole well I was drunk excuse because I mean I might fall down and I might slur or start a little bit, but the thing is my thought pattern is actually pretty clear when I'm drunk. Inhibitions fall like the idea. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. That's always been dangerous, but well, here's one for you. I completely forgot why I started. So there you go. So, man, hello, mea culpa. And you know what? I'm not going to race. I'm going to let this stand. I will let the record stand. That I sat down here all big, tough, and important, and this and that, saying, "Well, you know what? Booze doesn't booze doesn't affect the way I think." Blah 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 blah. And then 30 seconds later, I cannot for the life of me remember what it was I was going to say. But what I can say in my own defense is it would have been poignant and on topic and poetic, perhaps. I don't know. I just forgot what it was. This is I used to. I mean, when I started on the whole YouTube thing, some of you might remember this. Is I would sort of write it all up on the typewriter there, and I would actually have my notes. But I figured, wing it. Um, I also had like little graphics and stuff like that. But no, this is the whole just pure whatever webcam update upload YouTube thing. Because I'm kind of far too lazy to go through the whole. Well, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Here's something for you. I'm going to sit here and try to remember what it was that I wanted to tell you guys. And see who actually sticks around to find out if I remember what it was that I wanted to tell you guys. Okay, we started about the whole drunk thing, but still making sense. The last one was about the idea about that things aren't so bad. And I didn't mean that in like a flippant way, like a TMZ way. They had to like, oh my god, well, Lindsay Lohan's got she slept with her ex-girlfriend DJ, so basically everything's cool. But there is a certain degree of, get over it. I know that's an awful, 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 awful thing to say, but get over it in the sense that, yeah, the world's a shitty place. I mean, I think they're talking about, the how many billion people are on the internet, but there's still like a whole bunch of people out there who'll never make a fucking phone call. That's what it is. And life, the world is the world. But, and I touched on this earlier, but it's the idea that, people shouldn't give you grief for feeling bad about, your boyfriend leaving you or your girlfriend leaving you or whatever, or, getting an F on a test. Because, you know what? Yeah, people are starving in fucking China and people are being killed in Libya and stuff like that. And oh my God, it could be worse. But the thing is, you are still a human being too. Like, you have a place. And I think sometimes people take it a little too far. Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to do this. I completely forgot what I was going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about this because this pisses me off, and I'm going to say it. And I'm drunk and a little bit high, but I'm going to say this anyway. Sexism. There's a particular individual who was of no consequence whatsoever because she was sort of a friend of a friend, but added on Facebook. And she dumped me from Facebook because I used to have like the crushes of the week. And they were women who I found attractive for various reasons. Actresses, singers, performers. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, not one of them was a Playboy playmate or a penthouse. The pets, penthouse pet. I mean, it wasn't. Oh my God, look at my open vagina. It was the idea that they were attractive, physically attractive women, but they, as I said, they had a skill, they had a talent. I mean, there was politicians on there. There was actresses from 40 years ago, like Claudia Cardinal from Pink Panther and Eight and a Half. But she dumped me because she thought it was sexist. Okay, so here we go. Sexism. Me putting up pictures of women on my Facebook because I find them attractive for various reasons is not sexist. You deciding that the only reason I put them up is because I found them physically attractive because I'm a man, that is sexist. Deciding arbitrarily that the only reason I did what I did was because of my gender, that is sexism. I'll probably lose a couple of followers, maybe gain a couple. Don't know if I want to gain a couple over that, but I'm sorry. No, I just because I really did have something really fucking cool to say. But as I said, it's just the typical, yeah, where I start off talking about how, well, I still maintain my thought process when I'm drunk and then forget exactly what I was going to say at that moment. But, the sexism thing, I've been meaning to say it for a while. And, I love women. I really, really do. And, there's this, I've got this ridiculous ongoing Twitter thing. Won't bring up names, doesn't really matter, but that she's one of these internet people where the internet's really kind of that important. If somebody basically paid me $500,000 to never go on MySpace, YouTube, Facebook, like all the social media, the entertainment aspect of the internet, I would take that check in a second and never sign back on. But the thing is with the internet is basically the information aspect, like, the email and the communication stuff. I don't think I could do without that. I'm doing it again. Importance. Okay, she was, damn it. Oh, boobs. Somebody who also follows her on Twitter basically has a real issue with her boobs. Now, all things considered, if we sat down, and we were sort of having the whole boob conversation. Yeah, she has nice boobs. But where the problem is basically you cannot define a person by their boobs, male or female, because Oh, that's what I was getting at. It's late, and see, that was a Coke Zero, as you know from the previous video, and that isn't. Women visual. Okay. For me personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with finding a woman attractive. And the thing is I'm somebody once told me I was girl crazy, and I don't think that's exactly a problem. But why I'm girl crazy is because women are awesome. I don't care if you're 10 feet tall, if you're 4'2", if you got boobs out to here or a bum out to there. The bottom line is every single woman who walks past me, and granted, yes, slightly shallow, from the point of view of what I can see, every single woman has something to be spoken for. But in my own defense, if I'm just walking down the street and they're just walking past, that's all that I have. Everything after that is the gravy. You sit down with a woman, and she knows this or she does this, and it's. I'm curious about the comments, and please do. I mean, even if you're completely pissed off at what I'm talking about right now, about what I'm rambling about, please do, because I have a hard time being called a sexist. But if what I'm saying truly is sexist, I I don't want to be the. I know that I'm not a misogynist because I definitely don't hate women. I don't define women by. I don't define anybody by what they are. I define them by what they do. No, it's weird. Maybe it's just something that I'm going through in the. Maybe I just don't know how to define people because I'm having an issue how to define myself. But the thing is, okay, we'll just stick with the rant that I started with, the whole girl crazy thing. I said women are fantastic, and the mere fact that I do believe that women are fantastic. I mean, it's not a patronizing thing. It's that I also firmly believe, and I said it's the idea that anyone can do anything. Well, anyone has the right to do everything, but we also know that society being as it is, that not everyone has the same chance as everyone else. But I mean, that's mincing. That's I mean the idea that in the states, some people were against the civil rights amendments and stuff like that, and some people were against them because they were just racists. But the small government people were against them because the Constitution said everyone. And so you shouldn't need the extra. I get that. But the thing is sometimes you do need the extra. But I'm going to get back to the women thing. There is nothing wrong with somebody considering you to be attractive. But you should not be defined by that alone. I mean, you could look at me and say, well, Baron is a fat drunk. Actually, I broke 200 pounds. I just dropped under 200 pounds. So but you could look at Baron and say, oh, he's a fat old drunk. And you know what? I am. I'm a fat, aging, older drunk. But it would be very unfair to classify me as such. Now, that's not defying the fact that that's part of me, but at the same time, there are other aspects to who I am beyond that. But it is fair to say that, I mean, I'm 5'10, 5'11, just under 200 pounds, which makes me overweight. And Helen Keller could tell that I'm pissed right now, so 38 years old, aging, 5'10, 200 pounds, fat, drunk. Well, let's cheers to that. Now, that initial response is true, but it is also denying a lot of the other things that I have. I mean, I'm not just that. So why is it okay for somebody to watch this video and basically say, well, yes, Baron, you just admitted that you were an aging, fat, drunk on first appearances. But it is not okay for me to say, that girl is a very attractive young woman, provided that she is not judged solely on that. I just paused. I was stupid enough to start this line of thought, but I might just be sober enough to not follow through on it. This is going to get reblogged here, there, everywhere else. If you want to have this conversation, we will have it through text or